Hi, I just wanted to do a quick exercise just to show you how you can work best for your exploration study submission next week. Most of you struggle with the fact that you don't actually have a project or a building as such, so that you don't know really what to detail. And that's everyone's problem, so you're not alone there. The whole purpose in a sense is for you to really inquire a bit better on your design development, to know better what your building would be made from and how it would be made. So it's also a conceptual exploration. Only in this case, you're asking a bit more questions about the materiality, the structures, and how you might be conceptually responding to the environment. One thing for sure you all have is a site. So I'm just going to draw typically a site. Right. So here we can really acknowledge what is the existing materials, what's the building made from. There's an acknowledgement of an existing site, that there's a river, there are people doing certain things, so on and so forth. So in this sense, here it's this information you have already. Now there's some sort of idea of a scheme. You know that you want to deal with people coming to visit the site, and they're going to come and stay in this beautiful art gallery that's going to exist in the middle. So in theory there's something that you can already make a suggestion of. The shape might be a bit difficult. Maybe you've worked out some mass blocking, perhaps you've worked out some general ideas, at least knowing where on the site you would be doing some work and what are those characteristics. And here's an opportunity for you just to have a go at it. Just draw something, just start off with that dialogue. And I'm doing this just as I'm going along. So I know for sure that something's going to have to be structural, that's going to be holding up a roof. I've defined that I have a curved roof which is seemingly held by this primary structure here, and I'm going to need to reinforce that secondary element, and the same here on this side. This is going to be cantilevered, it's curved. I'm suggesting that perhaps this is a concrete structure. It might also be a tensile structure. Yeah, so I'm starting to suggest that there might be different things there. There seems to be a lightweight element perhaps that is cantilevering here. We know for sure that we're going to have angles of light coming through to the site, so I understand already that there is a performance of shadowing that we're trying to achieve from here. So this zone of the project is going to be in shadow. This is an area here where we perhaps could have some glazing. Let's move this guy away from here, put him there, and then we can say, okay, we can have some glazing easily there, because that's not a south-facing element. We want to relate a bit more to the water. This glazing is a top-hung glazing system, which we can find more information on by investigating that a bit further. I can also acknowledge that my roof here is probably going to have to deal with water, so there's going to be some sort of drainage water that's going to have to be servicing through there. And there's going to be an adjoining building here, timber structure building, which is working on top of this existing building here. And I probably need to reinforce either the slab better, or I'm going to need to put some columns to reinforce that kind of relationship of the existing building. So I'm starting just to play with that, but already now I'm doing something which is quite relevant, and the point I'm trying to get across is that now I've drawn this at 1:50, let's assume. I don't, but it's a drawing in the nature of 1:50, so I've got my site, I've got my general relationships, the context, I've got a part of my proposal. I can then say, okay, sure, now I would like to talk a bit more about this at 1:20. So there is a space that I want to acknowledge and I want to deal with. What is the special qualities that we might want to achieve here, be it through light, be it through series of elements that are in the space. Here's a reception desk, and here's a series of books, because it's an art gallery or a library or a shop or a cafe, or whichever part of your scheme you've decided to investigate a bit further. We also know already that there's some issues here, so why don't I try and attempt to do a 1 to 5 detail of that. This roof junction here also seems to be quite interesting. Perhaps I should investigate what that should be. I'm actually going to do times 2 of those details there. I'm going to do 1 investigation there, and I've also got this kind of interesting relationship happening here, so I'm going to do a 1 to 5 of that. So as you can see, I'm starting to break down the project into different scales. I'm starting to investigate different parts of it, but it's all part of the same scheme, right? So rather than having bits of lost parts of your investigation about different bits of different parts of the building in different places, here you're trying to kind of tie it all together, so you can make one section start to work. Better even would be now to take this one level further, would be to investigate this a bit more 3-dimensionally. So let's assume that along this axis for at least another 6 meters, you'd explore a bit more. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to draw a cross section from there, which is now providing me with an elevation. This is the front. This is my glazing element there. I can see that structural element coming through. So I'm taking a section from here, right? So I'm kind of looking in that direction there. Sorry, I'm looking in that direction. I can see the roof. I can see the ground.